Hi students, have a nice day. Today we are going to learn about 9th science. The topic name is fluids. First, what is meant by fluids? The states of matter that can flow due to less intermolecular force of attractions or liquids and gases are called as fluids. In this lesson, you will study about pressure in fluids, density of fluids and their application in practical life. Next, let's learn about thrust. The force acting perpendicular to the surface is called thrust. Its SI unit is Newton. Next, we move to pressure. The force per unit area acting of an object concerned is called pressure. Pressure is equal to thrust divided by area of contact. Its SI unit is Newton per square meter or Newton meter per -2. In the honor of the great French scientist Pascal, 1 Newton per square meter is called as 1 Pascal, denoted as PA. So, 1 PA is equal to 1 Newton meter per -2. Next, let's learn about pressure in fluids. All the flowing substances, both liquid and gases, are called fluids. Like solids, fluids also have weight and therefore exert pressure. When filled in a container, the pressure of the fluid is exerted in all directions and all points of the fluid. Since the molecules of a fluid are in constant rapid motion, particles are likely to move equally in any direction. Therefore, the pressure exerted by the fluid acts on an object from all directions. Fluid pressure is equal to total force exerted by the fluid divided by area over which the force is exerted. That means P is equal to F by A. Next, we shall learn about the pressure exerted by liquids and then learn about the pressure exerted by gases. So first one, pressure due to liquids. The force exerted due to the pressure of a liquid on a body submerged in it and on the walls of the container is always perpendicular to the surface. We can see the pressure acting on all sides of the vessel in this picture. Next one, liquid pressure acts in lateral sides also. When a bottle having water is pierced on the sides, we can see water coming out with a speed in this picture. This is because liquid exerts lateral pressure on the walls of the container. Next, factors determining liquid pressure in liquids. Pressure exerted by a liquid at a point is determined by depth, and second one, density of liquid, and last one, acceleration due to gravity. Next, let's learn about pressure due to a liquid column. A tall beaker is filled with liquid so that it forms a liquid column. The area of cross section at the bottom is A. The density of the liquid is ρ. The height of the liquid column is high. In other words, the depth of the water from the top level surface is h in this picture. Already we know that thrust at the bottom of the column F is equal to weight of the liquid. Therefore, F is equal to m into g. Here, m means mass and g means acceleration due to gravity. So, we can get the mass of the liquid by multiplying the volume of the liquid and its density. So, mass is equal to ρ into V. Volume of the liquid V is equal to area of the cross section and height. Therefore, V is equal to A into H. Already we know that pressure is equal to force divided by area. That means thrust divided by area. So therefore P is equal to F by A. Here already we know that pressure is equal to thrust by area. That means P is equal to F by A. F is equal to mg. So therefore mg divided by A. Next step, ρ into V into G divided by A. Here m is equal to ρ into V. So next one, already we know that volume is equal to area into height. So rho into A into H into G divided by area. So we get pressure is equal to rho into H into G. Pressure due to liquid column P is equal to H into rho into G. This expression shows that pressure in a liquid column is determined by depth, density of the liquid and the acceleration due to gravity. Next, let's learn about atmospheric pressure. Earth is surrounded by a layer of air up to certain height, that means nearly 300 km, and this layer of air around the earth is called atmosphere of the earth. Since air occupies space and has weight, it also exerts pressure. This pressure is called atmospheric pressure. The atmospheric pressure we normally refer is the air pressure at sea level. In this picture shows that air gets thinner with increasing altitude. Hence, the atmospheric pressure decreases as we go up in mountains. On the other hand, air gets heavier as we go down below sea level like mines. For the next video, we will learn about measurement of atmospheric pressure. Thank you, students.